Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to present a case on ocular surface squamous neoplasia. OSSN consists of precancerous and cancerous epithelial lesions of conjunctiva and cornea. It includes a spectrum of dysplasia, carcinoma in situ, and invasive and squamous cell cancer. Risk factors are exposure to sunlight, HPV type 16 infection, smoking, immunocompromised status, and xeroderma pigmentosum. So my patient, she is 31-year-old female. She presented with the chief complaint of swelling in the outer part of left eye, which was there since last 1 year. Swelling in the outer part of left eye, which was insidious, is onset gradually progressive over a period of 1 year. It was associated with the redness and foreign body sensation. There was no history of any type of ocular pain. There was no history of similar growth in the past, no history of any previous ocular surgery, no history of any previous ocular trauma, no history of HIV infection, no history of any skin disorder. So drug history, there is no history of previous topical or systemic drug use. There is no history of similar complaints in the family. General physical examination, patient has an average weight and vitals were within normal. Systemic examination were within normal. Ocular examination, uncorrected visual acuity was 6.9 and 6.6. Best corrected was 6/6 in both the eyes. So extraocular movements, they were full and free and painless in all gazes. Left eye anterior segment examination was within normal. Conjunctival examination, there was reddish papillary mass which was seen over the bulbar conjunctiva. It was 8 into 8 mm in size and it was extending up to 1 to 4 o'clock with prominent feeder vessels. Mass was encroaching cornea 2 mm into cornea 1 to 3 o'clock. So in this slit lamp photograph, we can clearly see that there is pink exophytic strawberry-like lesion which is present over bulbar conjunctiva and it is about size of 8 into 8. Corneal encroachment is about 2 mm. In the second slit lamp photograph, we can clearly see that there is prominent tortuous feeder vessels are there. Fundus examination in both the eyes were normal. So investigation, rose Bengal was stain was used and the lesion was taking up the stain. Second, anterior segment OCT was done, and in anterior segment OCT we can clearly see that there is abrupt transition of conjunctival epithelium and there is increased thickening as well as epithelium has become hyperreflective. And we can clearly see in the ASOCT photograph that lesion has extended over the corneal surface. So final diagnosis on the basis of clinical and investigations, right eye papilliform ocular surface squamous neoplasia was diagnosed, and patient was started on eye drop mitomycin 0.04% 4 times a day for 4 days in a week, 3 days off. So here is the slit lamp photograph, pre-treatment photograph, and there is second photograph which is 2 weeks follow-up. In 2-week follow-up, we can clearly see that vascularity of the lesion has reduced in the center, as well as patient is symptomatically marked better than before. So here is 4 weeks follow-up and 1.5 months follow-up. Now size of the lesion has markedly reduced, vascularity has markedly reduced, and underlying scleral surface has become clearly visible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Akshay. So what is the take-home message from your case?
When a patient first come with this type of lesion, there are multiple diagnoses which are possible before thinking of ocular surface squamous neoplasia. In our part, sun exposure, in tropical area, sun exposure is very common. So pterygium, inflamed pterygium can be there, or pinguicula can be there. So most of the time the lesion is excised initially.
With this appearance, would you still keep pterygium or a pinguicula as a differential diagnosis, or you have more
in broad way,
more focused? So with this picture, what are the other differentials you can think of?
With this picture, we can think of papilloma can be there. HS herpes simplex virus papilloma can be there.
Okay. And you have done the investigation which needs to be done. You have also done an ASOCT for this patient. So
yes,
what was the purpose of doing the ASOCT here?
ASOCT was mainly done to see the extent of the lesion, where there is underlying how much it has penetrated in sclera or cornea.
So can you specify when you say underlying? So what exactly are you looking at?
We ask how much extent it is there.
So extent has 3 dimensions. horizontal, vertical, and a third dimension, the depth.
Okay, okay.
So what is the most important thing in these patients which you are interested in looking on at in ASOCT? Specifically, if you are planning to start the patient on a topical chemo reduction.
We are depth we want to look for.
Okay, so what exactly in the depth? Is it just the thickness you want to measure it, or is it something else you would like to look at?
Means how much in a stroma, how much penetration is there?
So you want to see whether the basement membrane
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
epithelium is intact or not.
Yes, ma'am.
So why is it important?
Because if it has invaded cornea in the stroma deeper layers, then the management will change.
How is it going to change?
Uh, uh, it will change like in that case we may need to do tectonic transplant can be done in those cases, or
So if the basement membrane, topical chemoreduction is indicated for the disease for OSSN only if it is confined to the epithelium,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So means it's a carcinoma in situ. If it has invaded the basement membrane, the disease is no longer a carcinoma in situ, but it becomes an invasive squamous cell carcinoma.
yes, ma'am.
For topical chemoreduction, by rule, is contraindicated for invasive squamous cell carcinoma. So when you are doing an ASOCT, one is, of course, if you have diagnostic doubt, there are specific features on ASOCT which can help you give the diagnosis sometimes. The more important thing you are interested to see is how much is the breach. Is there any breach in the basement membrane or not? If there is any breach in the basement membrane, you would take up this patient for surgery and not try a topical chemoreduction.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? Because then the tumor, the surface, superficial part of the tumor might respond, but the deeper component can go inside, and sometimes it can go intraocular also, which we
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
want, right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So how did you finally manage? You started with MMC and then the patient, what did you do? Was the surgical treatment
No,
required
sir.
or not? Or the patient resolved
Resolved on mitomycin alone,
on
ma'am.
mitosine? So what would be the indication of going for what, how much, one was the depth, then the other is the, surface area. What is the protocol?
For
What is the protocol of management of these kind of patients in broad?
When do you stop
first line
the
management
treatment?
is surgical, ma'am. But if the involvement is more than 3 clock hours or more than 2 quadrants of conjunctiva involvement, or if patient like in these cases we go for topical treatment. If patient is denying surgery, or if there is lesion has extended over the pupillary margin, in the visual axis, if lesion has reached, then we will use topical therapy.
Suppose after surgical treatment also there is some residual disease left in the bed, then what do you do?
In that cases, we will use topical therapy for residual disease.
Anything else other than that?
So if you have done the excision, you would like to see the histopath, right?
Yeah,
The
histopathology.
histopath is showing the tumor which is going till the base of the lesion, means that the full thickness right from the surface till the base of the excision has tumor. So that means you have left behind
Some
tumor.
tumor.
So what are you going to do in those situations?
If on histopath, after surgical excision, if we find that there is still some remaining cancerous tissue, in that cases we go for topical therapy.
और भी कुछ modality होती है treatment
Any
की?
other?
What?
Any
कोई
other
नहीं, बहुत हो गया, I
modality?
think, सीमा, I think
Yeah.
बहुत हो गया इसके लिए. Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.